It's June 16th, 2022. I'm in this whatever. Um, I woke up this morning out of a sound sleep, and right where the sacral area is, the bundle of nerves, I think they call them the equine caudal, and those branches that then go out and then wrapped around somewhere within like the acetabulum area is what it feels like, and then straight down, not the femoral nerve, whatever the nerve is on the back side of the quadricep, straight down to where the patella, the back side of the patella nerve is. I mean, it is like on fire in like a pressurized, like signaling like a pulse at the moment, since I woke up, and it's on both sides at the same time, down to where my knees are. Sitting is difficult, but then moving is difficult, and it is just not going away. It feels somewhat pressurized, and like it has a pulse of its own. Last night I was laying there and I'm just like, where could this be coming from? Like, I feel it on the inside, but it's not coming from the inside. It's created on the inside, the sensation that I'm picking up on, but it's vibrational from exterior. Because my body by itself does not signal in this way. It's something in the energy field just outside of my skin. That's cause and effect. Now, I'm not the only one feeling this. Linda's at 7 decades. I'm only at 4. But she's been complaining, because she's lived here longer than I have, about her hips, her weight, her, and not as excuses. These are just stacked effects of some of the environmental factors. But she's gotten to the point where her ergonomics and her kinesthetics are in such disrepair. It's like you literally feel the weight of the world pushing against you in trying to move through a system that you can see. Like, my son is very thin dimension. He's a younger build, into this acclimate, and he moves somewhat effortlessly. Again, that goes back to Rhode Island and the gymnastics. When I was in Bayside and I was like 5 or 6, I had I don't know if it was double braids or I had a braid, and whoever was doing the spot for the back handspring let me fall on my head. And then I was so upset at this woman. She's the one who gave me the trophy, hot stuff. And she coached 14-year-olds or whatever, but she literally dropped me on my head. How do you trust someone when they fail you so horrifically ever again? So that happened. Then, then in Rhode Island, when I went there, which I don't even remember the trip other than the introduction, in a very cold manner, but that's the way I introduce myself to everybody anyhow. And then I remember sitting in a little smaller circle with small baby carrots, and something else that they were eating, but small meals. Um, and having a conversation about the difference between, this is what they're whatever recommended, and what did I eat. Um, but here I am at 40 year. Linda's having problem with walking, with movement, and now she's having so much pain she's actually going to a doctor. Um, and it's not that I refuse, it's just a matter of I've gone for so many years to try to figure out it, because it's an ebb and flow, like it comes and then it goes, but I've never been sustainably this heavy. Usually it subsides and it goes back down, like obesity, like a mini disease that then I'm able to stave off through other channels, but this time it's not going away. It's more, and I'm looking at her, and she's been this size for I don't know how long, sustained this size, and I'm absolutely frightened. But it's more the daily inability to walk. Like there are times where the legs literally feel like lead. And then that goes back to, there was a time on the news when I was a kid, they used to ask when you went to the pump for gasoline, do you want leaded or unleaded? And I've heard the humans in some agreements say that lead causes brain damage and causes all sorts of other health damage. So now I'm confused as to, now they call it unleaded, but I'm not quite sure what made them change, and if it, like, how do you even test to see if they're keeping up with that standard? I mean, in order to protect yourself, because I'm not driving right now. I haven't been for a while, but there's cars all around driving. So how do you protect yourself and even report in the correct national inquiry stats? And like, who collects that information? It's so frustrating. It is so painful. So there's, according to the social norms, you're not allowed to take any kind of oral medication for pain relief. Otherwise, you're deemed a drug addict and you're looked at like socially unacceptable. And then I have to worry about being sent to the mental institution in some forced hold for taking something because I'm in pain. But then, second to that, why is the pain occurring? What's going on in the radio stereo atmosphere within the heliosphere, causing an ACE score to fluctuate in some kind of market volatility way, tied into my physical health, the kinesthetic area, and it's like a whole riff tiff thing of its own. So I don't know why Lynn is hurting the way that she is. I don't know why she's the size that she is. But the size has only gotten worse since the mobility issue. But they stuck her in front of a computer for years, which I refuse to do. I'm like, I don't want to sit in a chair in front of a light machine for my whole effing life. I want to be out. I want to be doing things. I want to participate. I want to contribute. But there's no way to do that here. It really is like indentured servitude. It's like they forced you. They forced. It is a forced indentured servitude to what? I don't know. It's like they're purposely poisoning and intoxifying people in order to get them to go to some learning facility where they practice medicine. So they bill some insurance. So some insurance has some actuary that's calculating something that thinks now it's in some guardianship and it has some overrule to your ability to even live. I mean, like, this is not living freely. This is not even an option to opt out of their craziness. There's like no option here to even live healthy and free. They're forcing you into this disgusting arrangement. And not only that, they're paying some people to participate. They haven't paid me to participate, not even like a working class. They allowed some form of working poor, making everything that much worse, making the credit look like I'm some delinquent, which I'm not. It's just the money mechanics don't work. And then somebody's protecting these fools at the top that and allowing this form to take place. For what? Why would somebody want to study humans at this disgusting level? And who on earth, if they're a good person, would allow this level of participation and sick cycle to take hold and to flourish, no less? It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.